We don't have to do this. You know that, right?
After all we've been through. Everything that I've done. It can't be for nothing.
Ellie's fighting from the beginning. Fighting for survival.
Who's there?
Fighting for the people she loves. And then fighting for hope. But however hard she squeezes her fist to hold on to those last grains of hope, it slips right through her fingers and she's left in a state beyond desolation. This relentless struggle with loss calcifies the already broken world around her, and all that rage builds and builds and builds. Her anger reaches a new high as she experiences loss one after another, and her life goes on a metamorphosis from fighting to survive to fighting to kill. But there's a cost. Every act of violence leaves her psyche with a wound, the blemish of which will be smeared on her skin until she meets the ground.
You want to hear something?
Okay.
Okay. Promise me that you won't laugh.
I won't laugh. I won't.
I'm trusting you.
Experiencing loss changes us. It's the truth that every precious and precise thing, being, is on a downward spiral toward disorder. And however hard we try to keep it all together, eventually it's going to fall apart. Joel and Ellie are sculpted with this clay of sorrow. One learned to relish what they have, and the other to scratch the scars of what they lost.
If I ever were to lose you, I'd surely lose myself. Everything I have found here, I'm not found by myself. Try and sometimes you'll succeed to make this man of me. All my stolen missing parts I've no need for anymore, 'cause I believe, and I believe 'cause I can see our future days, days of you and me. There you go.
Well, that didn't suck. You're gonna fucking die!
Joel, get up. Joel, fucking get up. Please stop. Please don't shoot. Joel, please get up. No! I'll fucking kill you. I'll fucking kill you.
Just like that, she's thrown into this dark and hollow pit to claw her way out. And there's no better way to describe her state than her own words. My mouth tastes like iron. Wounds break open as I sing. You were the soft twang of nylon, a smell of wood oil, fretful. Guitar strings with iron sound brighter. They mistook your resonance and left me with rust. All I have is our last conversation, looping like a chord progression, harmonies in blood. She is physically and mentally violated. This is the beginning of a horrific trauma, and from now on, everything she does will be touched by this one fateful moment in her life.
Everyone I have cared for has either died or left me.
People died in front of her eyes and she was able to do nothing. Their sacrifices amount to nothing. While Joel was dying, she was forced into doing nothing. Now she's not gonna do nothing. A cruel act of hate by Abby begets the cycle of violence for Ellie and puts in motion the gauntlet of death for the people she's after and for the people she's with.
You go, I go. End of story.
Alright. Now watch your step as you're going up, because it's gonna be a little... So is that everything you hoped for?
Jury's still out. But man, can't deny that view.
Come on, this way.
We meet Ellie as someone who has something to say about everything she sees around her, who can still appreciate the beauty in the world, even though everything's a mess.
Oh man.
And as she's exposed to the reality of it all, she gets quieter and quieter, and then silent. Ellie in Seattle is someone who's jaded and completely closed off from the world. We see this person devolve from singing in her beautiful voice for Dina into pure madness.
Protect me.
You should have kissed me then.
Her violence caught me off guard, and I delved a lot into how she tries to take control of her PTSD through violence, but it always felt like a shallow exploration of what's actually turning her gears. After what she has been through, she will demonize and dehumanize every last one of them and desensitize herself from their screams. What's more interesting are the quieter moments of vulnerability, when she opens the window for us to peer inside her mind and understand what's happening behind those sad, sad eyes.
Can you say something?
In Seattle, Ellie's obsession becomes getting justice for Joel, and everything she does is in the name of giving what she thinks Abby deserves, which is death. But I think a very weird conflict starts to stir in her mind when she finds a person involved in his murder on day
The
one.
universe really wanted her dead, huh?
It's this look, the look of concern and desperation. She's dealing with the thought of finding Abby dead. What would that mean for her? Is it okay if she dies by some random person or thing?
That's her.
Is it justice? The answer for her is absolutely not.
She's probably already dead.
She's probably dead anyway.
Now it's not just about finding Abby. It's about finding her fast. The pressure of urgency is building, and a chasm between her wants and needs is opening
Wait,
up.
you're gonna go now?
Yeah, we have a lead.
The physical expression of her trauma, her shivering hand, has been lurking in the background this whole time. But after torturing Nora, it takes the foreground.
Where's Abby?
I'm not giving up, my friend.
I made her talk.
She was sure that her hate and anger would be enough to do whatever she wants to them. But she forgot about one thing,
It's okay.
her humanity.
I don't want to lose you.
The choice seems simple enough. Save who you can save. But there is no escape from the darkness in her extinguished world. It's all encompassing. And the next morning, after seeing how bad Dina's condition is, her conversation with Jesse really expresses how much she has compartmentalized her obsession with justice and everything else that's not that. Just observe how she comes to talk to him. The head scratch, that look, and the deep breath is her frustration and annoyance at what he is about to say, bubbling up.
She had a rough night.
Because she knows it's the right thing to do.
I get why you came out here. But we gotta take her back. She needs real care and she's not gonna get that.
Yeah, I know. But I can't just leave Tommy. He's out here because of me.
This is what I meant by her compartmentalizing. She worries about her people, but still is able to detach herself from their needs to do what she wants. Finding Tommy has been the reason she gives when things go out of her control to keep herself on this path.
What?
It oscillates between being a concern
I'll go get him.
to a justification,
We know her location. Maybe Tommy does too.
and then back to something that seems like a concern. And I can't help but think that over the 3 days in Seattle, finding Tommy has turned into a means to an end for her. That is, finding Abby. Because when the choice comes, she just can't help herself.
He can take care of himself.
Jesus Christ.
The best way to help Tommy is to go after Abby.
This is a new low for her. Leaving behind everyone she loves for the person she hates.
I really hope you make it.
She's stuck in this looping pattern of doing something that makes her question everything, then wanting to stop and turn back, but failing to find a way out of this emotional mess of a forest she's trapped in to leave it all behind. And the cycle continues. This happens on day 1 after Dina tells her that she's pregnant.
Want to be a burden? Well, you're a burden now, aren't you?
On day 2 after what she did to Nora. And the pattern repeats on day 3. She stabs Abby's friend in the throat and then finds out that she was pregnant. The game doesn't shy away from what she just did. It cuts straight to Dina's face. What she could lose is lying sick in front of her eyes, and this is where she has to draw a hard line between her reality and everything else she's dealing with inside her. And yet, when Tommy says,
They got what they deserved.
But she gets to live.
her hate for Abby bubbles up. To me, it just shows how torn apart and out of her own control she has become. Her conscience is screaming at her to let it go, but her trauma and big ego is forcing her to take it to the bitter end.
If I ever lose you, I'd surely lose myself.
I know you wish things were different. I wish things were different. But they ain't.
But what's stopping her from stopping? Why is it so hard for her to recognize that there are consequences to her every recourse? The answer is in her journal. She writes, "For like half a day I wasn't thinking of the WLF or Joel. Feeling guilty about that now." This hit me hard because her whole journey can be summarized by the notion of guilt.
Huh? Her name was Riley, and she was the first to die. And then it was Tess. And then Sam.
She fought like hell to make sense of her immunity, which slowly became her purpose. And after Joel took that from her, her life became pointless to herself
Sorry.
because her immunity became worthless to the world.
None of that is on you.
You don't understand.
I struggled for a long time with surviving. And you... No matter what, you keep finding something to fight for.
Her every attempt of forgetting the cost of his choice ended with a reminder of what her life meant. It's literally ingrained in her skin, a scathing scar of everything she lost, and she just couldn't look past it.
Don't you fucking touch me! I'll go back. But we're done.
But now, after losing him, she regrets wasting all those days in hate, and she expresses that by doing what she could have done when he was alive. She talks to him.
Wow. Joel, you'd love watching a movie in this place. Hey, look, Joel. It's your favorite.
These moments of remembrance are interrupted by the constant presence of her guilt. The thing that overshadowed her whole life is now eating her bit by bit. What if I've done this or done that? He could have been alive. These what ifs are demons burning her skin from the inside. She loves sketching, but she has to deface his eyes when she tries to draw his face. She's in a cruel place and she can't even grieve him, because time spent away from her trauma and her past turns into guilt. She writes, "I'm struggling to sleep, keep seeing him with his head." This is why she can't make herself stop, no matter what it costs her. She just cannot sit in peace with injustice. It'll just remind her of everything she didn't do, and everything she lost. From the outside, it looks like she has this insatiable thirst for Abby's blood, because that's what she expresses most violently. But really, what she's after is relief. A restless spirit with her relentless ache, roaming to find respite through hate.
You have no idea what you're walking into.
I don't care.
But there's a cost to every choice she makes. After surviving each day in Seattle, she's broken down a bit more, and then more, and more. And on day 3, when she finishes off last of Abby's friends, the dam finally breaks, and all the crescendo that was slowly building erupts.
Stop! She had nothing to do with this. She's pregnant. Good. Abby!
I remember being shocked and elated to see her like this.
Hey, buddy.
She looks drained and
What's
ill,
wrong?
but she has Dina's kid in her arms.
I got you.
Her life seems to be in a good
Yeah.
place.
It's okay. We're good.
There. Now it's official. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna teach you how to play guitar. When your hands are bigger. And you're not pooping your pants all the time. You can tell me to stop.
It puts you at ease. She has everything she needs to heal herself.
Gentle, gentle, gentle.
But then,
Ellie? Hey, Ellie. Look at me. It's okay. You're home. You're home. Breathe, breathe. Okay. I'm gonna take him, okay?
Even though she's physically safe, mentally she's still stuck in that room, with Joel's bloodied head staring at her. I don't think she can keep on going like this.
Okay.
It all comes crashing down
See you.
when Tommy returns with the location of Abby. Every emotion she's struggling with flashes by her face, from emptiness to hate to sheer anger to guilt to helplessness and shame. Because now she has to choose between her life and Abby again. When does it get quiet? Time was supposed to extinguish the desire. Haunted by your smiles, the mask keeps getting heavier. One step forward, 2 steps back. There's a noose around my neck, and the further I get, it's harder and harder to breathe. Can I find a way to cut the cord? I've been waiting for dawn, but the light is all gone. Don't know if I'm already blind. Can I leave it all behind?
I don't need your fucking help, Joel.
Right.
I have to finish it. I don't sleep. I don't eat. I'm not like you, Dina. What? I love you.
Prove it. Stay. No. I'm not gonna do this again.
That's up to you.
I don't think Ellie has choice. The cycle of violence continues. She's hurt, out of breath. She's at her lowest.
Where are you? Happy. 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 Holy. Abby?
Like an addict, the only thing keeping her mind away from her pain is the high. Her high is the thought of taking Abby's life. Justice for Joel is what will take her out of this addiction. Is it though? Because what she sees is the chewed up and spitted out skeleton of the person she was after this whole time. The girl who caved in Joel's head might as well be gone. Her worry about Abby already being dead comes to reality. The question is it worth killing a dead person?
I got you.
She does not know how to act.
I got you.
She's filled up with hate, but for some reason, something is screaming at her to stop. Her heart is torn apart into pieces, again. But the blood wins, again.
Can't let you leave. I'm not doing this. No. I'm not gonna fight you. Yes, you will. He's not a part of this. You made him a part of this. Okay. Okay.
This is such a desperate last attempt of Ellie to get rid of her PTSD. This isn't about Joel anymore. This is about Ellie thinking that the death of Abby is the closure she needs to live her life. These are two people, emotionally and physically at their lowest, fighting for their lives. Kill or be killed, for the way to live and die. It's hard because I don't even know if she wants to do it. But if not this, then what? For what did she leave her life behind? All those lives taken were building up to this moment. It has to be done. It's at her rock bottom. Something happens. She stops. But why? Why did that flashback of Joel playing guitar on the board stop her? The writers left it so ambiguous that you can unravel it in 100 different ways. This is my interpretation.
If you lie to me one more time, I'm gone. You will never see me again. Just say it.
Making a vaccine. Would have killed you. So I stopped them.
Revenge is bad. This recurring note drowns us in this game. It's the most dominant piece in the orchestra, that is the story. But a lot of other instrumental themes are running in the score. They are just not as grand. The theme of otherness is in the background throughout the journey. We separate ourselves from the ones who are not in agreement with our views. Their voice turns into noise, and their image into a broken visage. This game holds a mirror in front of our face and asks, can you detach yourself from the person you are seeing and look at the world through the eyes of the other? For Ellie, that other is Joel. For us, it's Abby. For Abby, it's the people in the faction she's at war against.
One of them left.
It takes the cliche of empathy and pushes it to its limit. It asks you to drop your disbelief at what's happening, disarm the hate you have carried for so long, and look deep down inside this person and see if you can find their demon. Yes, we see the horror that this egotistic sense of justice brings into the life of a person through Ellie. But what about life after crossing that bridge? This game portrays that through Abby. It's despairing. She's purposeless, she's lost. It's not until she chooses to save these two kids from the other faction that tethers her back to her conscience. It might be saying revenge is bad, but what I hear is life is what brings meaning, not death.
I'm not trying to.
I was supposed to die in that hospital. My life would have fucking mattered. But you took that from me.
If somehow the Lord gave me a second chance at that moment, I would do it all over again.
Yeah. I don't think I can ever forgive you for that. But I would like to try.
I like that.
Okay. I'll see you around.
Yep.
This was the night before he died. The guilt of his choice made her resent Joel, and losing him after discovering him fueled the fire of revenge in her. She killed almost everyone who was there in that room. His numb stare haunted her into committing atrocities that clawed her down to this darkest moment in life, and she just can't see this cycle ever ending. But while she's on the verge of choking the one person she set out to kill, she stares right into his eyes and sees something that squeezes the rage out of her. This echoes the moment that happens right before her last conversation with him. It's too powerful of a structural parallel to not be intentional, and it snapped the puzzle pieces in place that I struggled to put together for a long time.
Well, no matter how hard you try, I guess you can't escape your past.
Ellie's relationship with Joel and her hatred for Abby are two uncannily similar emotions. I know, even saying it feels wrong, but they are. Both of them robbed her of hope.
Hey, wait.
First, her hope of making sense of her life, then her hope of a second chance at it.
I'm leaving tomorrow.
This shattered her sense of purpose, which spawned hate that fully consumed her.
You can't stop this.
She tried to punish Joel by cutting him off from her life, and Abby by doing what she did, but she found peace in none of it. Scratching the scars of what she lost burned her skin even more. She was living a desolate existence, devoid of meaning, drudging through life.
Tall, round building.
At the moment when she was expressing her anger emotionally and physically in the most violent way,
I don't need your fucking help, Joel.
she saw the pain that she has caused reflected in his eyes. Those hurt eyes forced her into recognizing the consequences of her recourse. That all her hate did was embellish the blemishes of her past on her skin, not rid them. Her anger slowly melts into remorse. Remorse for what she was doing, and remorse for what she has become. That face ignited a flame in the extinguished world, a reminder that kill or be killed is not a way to live and die, that she can see the end of this cycle of violence, that there is hope in mercy. To mend her life when he was alive, she had to see herself through his eyes, and to get over his death, she had to do what her conscience was screaming this whole time.
No. Just take him.
After all she has been through, everything that she has done, it can't be for nothing. Ellie screaming at the end cannot be the same Ellie who was screaming in the beginning. She'd have irreparably scarred her psyche if she had drowned Abby. What she was after was relief from her incessant ache, and she saw a glimpse of it in forgiveness. This is what that flashback represents. Forgiveness, meaning, hope. Ellie left behind everything in search of vengeance, but she kept safe the most precious piece of herself, her humanity. Would it have been better if I had stayed? Swallowed up the shame, given them what's left of me? Do I have it to give? Can I offer the scraps now? Gristle and bone, chewed up and rotting. Or will it make them sick, corrode their insides, poison them? I could be in the woods, left for the insects to clean, until the iron smell is gone, until I am bleached and brittle, ready to display.
So, is this everything you were hoping for?
It's got its ups and downs, but you can't deny the view, though.